What's up, y'all? Welcome to Shay's Tube. It is Tuesday, February the 4th, 2025, 12 a.m. out here on the West Coast. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Guys, let me ask you to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this content. Also, if you are not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe below and hit that bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Make sure you share and leave a comment. And thank you guys so much. I hope you guys had a beautiful Monday. I definitely did, and a beautiful weekend. I definitely did with that too. And I am happy that you guys are back today to watch Shay's Tube. All right. So y'all, get you something to drink or relax a seat, bed, or whatever, and check me out. If you are at work, continue to do your job. And let's go ahead and start off with this live. Let me do this copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. That entire copyright disclaimer is in my description area. It will be my comment area, and part of it is scrolling across that screen right there. All right, so let's jump right into everything we're going to talk about tonight, because for real, we're not going to be here long tonight, because everybody got to go to work. I'm tired, and everything. Jermaine has to go to work tomorrow, so we're not going to be here that long. All right. So tonight, guys, we're going to be talking about Diddy being hospitalized. I know you guys already heard about that. I think he was hospitalized last week. We're going to also look at some chilling photos of the inside of the jet that crashed in Philly. And we're going to do updates on that and updates on the other plane accident. And then we have a new plane that had a situation that left, I believe, an employee in critical condition. So we're going to talk about that really briefly, and then we're going to get up out of here. And then tomorrow I'll finish the discussion about the DEI stuff and executive orders, voice read, video, and whatever else. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into this, guys. Welcome to everybody in the bushes, everybody who watches this in the replay. Over here in the chat, we got Jermaine. What's up, Jermaine? Jermaine says, please like, comment, and share and subscribe. He said all donations to this channel go to help pay for expenses related to the show, such as StreamYard and etc. So he was like, make sure you guys send a super chat if you like, or a super sticker, or you can do a cash app to $ Shades Tube, or you can copy yourself a membership for $4.99. All right. So we had to get all of that in there. All right. So let's go ahead and start our first thing first with the Diddy. Guess we can do Diddy first, huh? All right. So let me go ahead and go to the story so I can tell you a little bit more about that. And of course, I'm going to tell you about that Grammy Award situation with Kanye West too, real quick, if I can. All right. So Diddy was hospitalized. Did I put him up there? I think it was like last week, if I'm not mistaken. But we got notification of it, I believe, on Saturday. That's when I got notifications of it. So I'm going to tell you guys about that. And then we'll, talk about him a little bit, and then we'll move right on, okay? So Diddy was admitted to a New York hospital last week after he was experiencing pain with his knee. Okay, guys? I mean, when they first put it up there, I was thinking he was like really, going through something really serious, but it's just some knee pain. Hold on. Let me turn it down just a little bit. Okay. Now, it says sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ the music mogul was taken to a Brooklyn hospital from the Metropolitan Detention Center on Thursday. All right. Now, according to the NY Post, Diddy was at the hospital for a medical scan, an MRI, because his knees was bothering him. So he had his knee was bothering him. The rapper reportedly has a history of knee issues. And as you guys know, as you start getting older, those issues come back and get worse and all types of stuff. Now, Diddy's attorney, Mark Agnafilo, tells TMZ, I cannot comment on anything related to prisoner movements. Also, I am not commenting on anything related to possible medical issues. That's crazy, huh, y'all? So he's not going to comment on anything, but so many different type of things can cause knee pain, like fluid on the knee, arthritis in the knee, bursitis of the knee. That's inflammation of the bursa. Let's see what else. He could have hit his knee, his patella may be hurting. It's just so many different things that could be going on with his knee. So eventually, I guess we will find out, exactly what was up with his knee. Somebody said, Jerry said, you'll be okay. Just rub some baby oil on them. Okay. And then John said what I said, but I'm going to let John tell you. John said, well, that's from being on your knees too much at the freak offs. Maybe he should have worn knee pads for servicing them guys. And the first thing I thought about, I'm not going to lie, okay, I thought about something similar to that. I was like, damn, maybe if he get up off his knees, them knees wouldn't be hurt. Mm-hmm. He been doing a little bit too much on them knees. Goodness. Oh, James said, I'm surprised he still has all his teeth. Wise. And then KK said his teeth are fake. He probably got veneers in his mouth, huh? And dentures. I don't know if he has dentures, and we're just acting silly tonight with this. Okay, let's see what else. I want to read some funny ones. Hold on. Another person said the same thing. He should have put his knee pads on. And then another commenter said, I had to let that window up. Get him a new set of knee pads. This will be his third new set this year alone, because I guess he's been using them so much on his knees, But I don't see him being on his knees, though. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I actually see other people being on their knees because it does not look like he would be doing anything like that. It looks like he would be directing someone else to do him. So, I don't think he would actually be on his knees. I think the other person would be on their knees. Okay, let's get it right. He just does not seem like the type that would be on his knees. Okay. Becky said, oh, please give him a Tylenol. Well, he's 55 years old, almost 55. So his knees could be hurting from so many different things. So, of course, they're going to take him to the hospital to make sure, to see where the pain is coming from and give him the appropriate medication to help with the knee pain or whatever. He could even need surgery. We just don't know. You know what I'm saying? He could have torn a ligament or anything, Just so much stuff could be gone wrong with his knees. What? So this dude said, Holly said he should be in prison on medical ward. And then KK said, why? Then Holly came back and said, no other goes to hospital, only cardiac. He should be treated like everyone else knee pain. There's prisoners with cancer and major pain. I'm pretty sure they go to the hospital too, Holly. Okay. Indy said, LOL, not all prisons and especially jails where he's been held want to pay for the staff required for random CTs or MRIs, nor do they all the budget for machines that cost hundreds of thousands. If he was transferred out, he was likely treated to their best ability in-house. Not to mention, he may require surgery or other invasive procedures that aren't able to perform in a jail. And this dude right here needs to go back to school, because I promise you, I cannot read half of this stuff. I don't know what's going on here. All right. But I can kind of figure it out, what he was saying. All right. But anyway, let's see. Captain America said, con job for sure. It's his way of getting out of the jail setting, possibly get pain meds and be around everyday people. I very much doubt it's for some half-ass escape. Where will he possibly go? I believe he did have pain in his knee. Okay, because the dude is almost halfway to 60. Okay, come on, let's keep it real. And no telling what he been doing on them knees. Not on his knees, but he could have been doing anything. He could be playing sports. He plays basketball, so it's a lot of stuff. Okay, let's see here. Somebody said, I think the jail doctor could have handled that without taking him to a hospital. I think it is a cover up for another reason. I don't know about that, guys. Again, like I said before, there's so many different things that could go wrong with the knee. So I don't think it's a cover up. These people got conspiracy theories and cover ups for everything. Okay. Okay. So Panay said, serious, poor thing. He wants the real food. Probably. He bribed the doctor. Okay. Ooh, Dan said, this little ussy knee pain. Try working for 50 years doing something physical. New generation, same old shit. And then Joe said, Diddy is not in jail. So where is he, Joe? Where is he? Okay. Ooh, out of time seems like he know. He said, I bet he has scarring in the back of his throat too. Why would he have scarring in the back of his throat? Out of town. It seems like you have had some experience with this because wow, how do you know what happens to the back of the throat if you're doing something, fellatio? How do you know this? So the only way you can know this out of time is if you've been engaging in something like this. Okay, because I mean, who says stuff like that? Connie said, Miss Connie, the doctor said, 9 out of 10 inmates have a pain somewhere. Are they going to receive treatment for their pain? Of course not. Miss Connie, how do you know? Okay. How do you know what inmates go to the hospital and which one do not? Some inmates don't even report their little pains and stuff. You know, good and well, the student's going to report his pain because of how he's been living before he went to jail. All right. And he's on a whole nother level. So of course he's gonna go to the doctor. You know what? He probably paid for his own visit anyway. They probably his family members probably gonna give the hospital the money for the bill. The state is probably not paying for his bill. Because I don't know why they would be. You know what I'm saying? He's rich. Somebody said we need better watch that guy. We don't need no Epstein disappear shit. And you guys, I'm reading these comments the way they wrote them too, okay? Oh, Marie said prisoners get the best medical health care. They could have treated him right in the prison. Maybe he's been on his knees too much lately. Now, I thought about that too inside that jail, okay? That's a whole other. Let me stop. Wait, this dude said fake knee pain and tried to run out of the hospital. Boy, if you don't stop, okay, I'm pretty sure they got police everywhere, and and he's probably back in the cell by now. That is crazy. But anyway, y'all, that's what he went to the hospital for, knee pain. They're not releasing any further details on that, so we can just kind of assume what is wrong with his knee, okay? Wait a minute, hold on. Let me give y'all this breaking news. What? So Musk says he deleted IRS easy filing team that lets Americans file taxes for free online. Let's see what that is all about real quick, okay? Let's see what this is about. So he posted on X, okay, he revealed that he has cut the staff of the Internal Revenue Service that oversaw the system that allows Americans to file their taxes for free easily on his website. And why? So anyway, let's see. A right-wing MAGA influencer called the Direct File Tax Program a far-left government-wide computer office that was built by Elizabeth Warren. He claimed Direct File puts the government in charge of preparing people's tax returns for them, he claimed. And then Musk responded by saying that group has been deleted. So anyway, they said thus far, the website remains active. The Treasury Department said on its website, Direct File is a historic new IRS service that allows eligible taxpayers to prepare and file their taxes free online, including access to help from dedicated IRS Direct File customer support representative. And this was available both in Spanish and English. And they said those who did not trust the system could still fill out their taxes by hand and mail them in. Okay, let's see what 2 or 3 comments said. Okay, so Marilyn said, you are getting what you all wanted. FUCK Trump. Okay. Master said, who gave him, or should I say, who is allowing this piece of shit to dismantle America? And then Diane said, Trump. Okay. And then DBK said, Frumpy just said Musty had his complete support because he's a really smart guy. Damn, we know who was buttering his asshole. Okay. And then Deborah said, Trumpy has created a new position. They are dismantling our nation. So Lark said what I said. How is the price of eggs, groceries, gas, the rent going? Not down, that's for sure. America is in for a hard time. Excuse me, y'all. Project 2025 would end up bankrupting the country, and middle class Americans will take it in the shorts. Okay. And then Shelley had to come out and say, the eggs have nothing to do with the government. Read your article. And then Cindy came out and said, we can say what we want, ass clown. It's a free country for the moment. And your orange God that suckered you all into thinking groceries were going down on day one just announced that it's going to be painful for a while. You bunch of idiotic sheepies. And then Sam said, you don't get it. He ran his campaign on those promises. Good God, you people are effing idiots. Well, hold on. Tell me you don't remember. Vance in a grocery store complaining about the price of a dozen eggs. Deny the truth when it's right in front of you. Good morning, Kim B. Thank you so much for tuning in. You didn't change your name, huh? All right. So Bruce said, are we so dumb we can't see what Trump and President Muskie are doing? He's setting up his own government and military to control the world. I'm afraid. Scary as hell. All right. Okay, so Pop says, so again, let me get this straight. My Trumpsters people and MAGA friends were so upset when they thought Obama was from Africa. But this guy is actually from Africa and is doing whatever he wants to do with our information. And America wanted to ban TikTok. Did I get that about right? And so he got his popcorn and coffee. Okay. And then another commenter said, except understand that he's from South Africa. He has white skin. That's why he is able to do what he's doing and say what he says. If his skin was dark, he wouldn't even have a position in the administration. So to answer your question, it's because a white man who is filthy rich. And then Jelly Bean said, yeah, the cult still thinks he's God's gift to them. It's terrifying and embarrassing. All right. So a lot of people, somebody said Musk is a criminal. He should not be within miles of stuff like that. And then Sydney said he has stolen the United States from his citizens. Well, we're going to see all this stuff that's going to happen within the next few weeks and couple of months. Okay. So again, Musk says he deleted IRS easy filing team that lets Americans file taxes for free online. All right. And of course, he had an excuse for doing it, which I don't agree with. Kim said, I am so sick of people talking about how surprised they are about Trump. You said you got tired of people missing KMBM, so I put half of my name. Oh, I did I ever miss it? I think I said it right. I'm not sure. So how was your weekend? So yeah, that's a trip, y'all. That's a trip. Now let's get back over here to Diddy. So Diddy was accused of drugging and assaulting singer in a new lawsuit. Now I bet you this is the same one that I read. Let's see real quick. Let's see, Jane. The order to things under. Hold on, let's see. I think this may be the. Let's see. This may. I don't know if this is a different one or not. I'll let you guys know what it is. I don't know if this is different or not, though. For sure, he got so many lawsuits, guys. I just don't know. Okay, let's see real quick. Hold on, let me see what Steam talking about. Okay. So anyway, it says Diddy accused of drugging and assaulting singer in new lawsuit. Diddy has to contend with yet another lawsuit. A singer claimed that Diddy drugged and assaulted him a decade ago. TMZ broke the suit on Monday, January 3rd. So that just happened. The singer used the name John Doe in order to protect his identity. Doe claimed the incident took place at a Los Angeles club where he was performing. He visited Diddy's section after being told he could land a contract with Bad Boy. Things allegedly took a dark turn once he had a drink with Diddy. John Doe claims he started to feel disoriented after consuming the drink in question. He cited moments of semi-consciousness and blackouts as the evening went on. Doe admits his memory of the night is not pitch perfect, but claims Diddy repeatedly touched him and assaulted him. The accuser recalls fighting back, only to have Diddy threaten to ruin his career if he said anything. John Doe is suing the Bad Boy mogul for extra battery, conspiracy, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Diddy's legal team has already issued a statement denying the allegations. There's more and more lawsuits every single day. It does not even make any sense. And the thing about it is, I wonder if he has any evidence, because they never have evidence either. Okay, they never have it. Let's read just one or two comments. Joe said, Diddy is never getting out. I don't know what Basil is talking about. He said he barely assaulted her once he got her effed up on them drugs. It was a dude, so I don't know what this dude is talking about, okay? And then Jeffrey said, man, let me in on the action. I remember being in a club 20 years ago, and the guy that reminds me of Diddy gave me a drink, and I don't remember much after that, but I'm going to get mine. Okay, all right. These people crazy as hell, y'all. I'm not going to lie. So that's a new lawsuit for Diddy. Another, like, this is like 100 and what? 125 now? Goodness. A lot of people, man. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know why anybody would take a drink from this dude. You know, for real. Let's see. You said I'm sick of people talking about how surprised they're about Trump. Oh, that's the other one. Yeah, he was in the hospital because his knee. He probably, have knee pains because he's getting older. Probably got bursitis or fluid on the knee, or it could be many different things. Okay, arthritis. It could be so much. They claim he had injuries before, so it's probably flaring back up. Oh goodness. Okay, so let's finish the other Diddy news I got. So Diddy did have a little small victory. Okay, let me find it real quick. In court. Let me find it real quick. I had it earlier, but I forgot what I did with it. Let's see. Diddy. Now I got to look on here and find it. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I got to find it. Diddy. Had a small victory. I be having so much on my phone, y'all. It's ridiculous. Let's see. Diddy. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Diddy. Okay, so here it is right here. So he got a small victory, all right? A small victory. His legal team secured a win as a New York federal judge. The court ruled that the anonymous man suing him must disclose his identity. The plaintiff, identified as John Doe, filed the lawsuit in October. They allegedly that Combs saw. No, they mean they. No, that's right. They allegedly no. They they should have said allegedly. Let me see how they should have wrote this. They should have wrote. They said Combs assaulted. It shouldn't even be they. It should say he said Combs assaulted him in 2003 when he was 17 years old, allegedly. Something like that. Okay. So Doe claims he met Combs at a Miami nightclub under the impression that Sean Combs could help launch his career. He allegedly consumed a drink that caused him to be disoriented. The lawsuit accuses Combs of drugging and actually assaulting him. Doe sought to keep his identity a secret. He argued that revealing his name could expose him to public scrutiny, harassment, and emotional distress. The victim alleges that the legal team pointed out Combs' alleged history of intimidation. So, Combs' attorneys pushed back, arguing that the accusations were too serious for the plaintiff to remain anonymous. They contended that allowing Doe to proceed without revealing his identity would be unfair, given the reputational damage at stake. U.S. District Judge Lewis Kaplan ruled in favor of Combs. Kaplan stated that the courts allow people to remain anonymous in civil cases. This marks Kaplan's second recent ruling that benefits Combs' legal team. In a separate case involving the Alexander brothers, former real estate developers accused of gender-motivated violence, they determined that claims under the New York City Gender Motivated Violence Act, BGM, it were invalid due to conflicts with broader state laws like the Adult Survivors Act, ASA. Okay. Now, Combs' lawyers are citing that precedent as they seek to have similar lawsuits thrown out. The Morgul has endured multiple legal battles in recent months following federal investigations into actual misconduct. His legal team argues that many of these claims are opportunistic, filed in response to expanded statutes of limitations. Combs remains incarcerated at MDC in Brooklyn, awaiting trial on ex-trafficking and RICO charges. Multiple celebs responded to questions of attending Diddy's parties since his arrest. Okay, so he did have a little victory today, or either Monday, I guess, when the judge ruled that the guy who was 17 years old at the time has to reveal himself. So that's a little victory for Sean Combs and his legal team. All right, the second one. All right, so let's see what else we got for Diddy. Hold on, let's do this. Hold on, let me say this real quick, guys. Hold on. I think that is all the Diddy news I'm going to cover today. Let me take this off here. The other stuff I'll let you guys know about tomorrow, okay? Because I got a lot of Sean Diddy news. So now we're going to move on to the plane crashes, right? Let's see. Yeah, we're going to move on to that. Okay, first thing first with these plane crashes. Let me change this banner first, in case you know, so people can know what I'm talking about. So let's just put this up here. We're actually talking about the Philly one first, okay? I should have just did, let me just create a different one. Let's just change this. Let's just change this to this. And the Philly Medvac crash. I think that's a Philly, that plane is called a Medvac. We just say medical plane. Medical jet crash. Okay, we're going to do it like that. Let's see. Air Black Hawk crash and Philly medical jet crash. Okay. I didn't do it all professional. I just put it like this. Okay. But anyway, let's go ahead and do this. Before we talk about that one, though, I do want to let you guys know there was another plane that collided with aircraft tug at O'Hare. Is O'Hare Airport? And that tug driver was critically injured. So let me just tell you guys about that real quick first. Okay, so this was in Chicago. I think it's O'Hare or O'Hare. I can't remember how you say that. Anyway, that international airport worker was critically injured on Saturday night when an aircraft tug collided with a plane that had just landed and was approaching a gate, causing the tug to flip over. Now, I don't know what an airplane tug is, aircraft tug. I'm about to look and see. Anyway, the Federal Aviation Administration said that the incident happened at around 7:35 p.m. local time. Air Wisconsin Flight 6181 was hit by an aircraft tug while approaching a gate at the airport. Now, Air Wisconsin is a regional airline operating under American Eagle, which is a subsidiary of American Airlines. Okay. Chicago police said the tug flipped over after colliding with the wing of the plane, and the tug flipped over, pinning the driver underneath it. The driver, a 64-year-old man, was taken to Advocate Lutheran General Hospital in critical condition with injuries to his head and lower body. Police said he was stabilized at the hospital. Anyway, the FAA said the plane, a Bombardier CRJ-200, had just arrived from Kalamazoo, Michigan. No passengers were injured, the Chicago Department of Aviation said, adding that there was no significant impact on airport operations. Everyone was taken off the plane after the collision and bused to the terminal. Nothing is more important than the safety of our customers and team members, and we are reviewing this incident, an American Airlines spokesperson said in a statement. Now, this tug was operated by a United Airlines worker, and the airline said, we are ensuring he receives any necessary support and care. Of course, the FAA is investigating the cause of the collision. And as we know, the collision comes one day after 7 people were unalived when a medical transport helicopter crashed in a Philadelphia neighborhood. 2 days earlier, an American Airlines passenger jet in a Black Hawk helicopter collided in midair and crashed into the Potomac, I did say that wrong, River near Reagan National Airport near Washington, D.C., unaliving all 67 people aboard the 2 aircraft. All right, so let's read maybe 2 comments. A commenter said, something's wrong here. That's the 3rd airline or aircraft accident in less than a week. Something's smelling fishy here. Roger said, this is what I researched here online, I think on Friday. He said, there are so many aircraft accidents and close calls every year. You just don't listen. I told you guys the count. I don't remember what it was, but they did say they have one. I can't remember, but it's a lot of near misses, every single month. That's what they said. For the whole entire year, it's a lot. Okay. So this is really nothing new like you guys think it is. That's what I'm trying to say. They've been having all types of near collisions and things like that, allegedly, and we just don't know about it. I looked it up, like I said, last Thursday or Friday. I actually got it on my phone. Like, I probably can find it if I have enough time. Okay, now this person's getting mad. Okay, let's see. So Brian said, you are simply going to hear about any accident that happens with these planes now, just to stir the pot. Give conspiracy theorists and pot haters things to talk about. And I agree, because it's been, I can go through the list of airplanes that had near misses, um, crashes, and everything. We had a crash in January out here in Cali, Southern California. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, everybody on that plane got unalive. Okay, so, and that was in Fullerton, California. So they be having these plane crashes. We just don't really be, hearing about it. Now let's go ahead and update. And my prayers are extending out to the dude who was injured, and hopefully he's okay. They did stabilize him. He was in critical condition, but hopefully, he will pull through and recover fully. And my prayers are extended out to him and his family. Okay. I don't know, what is it. Let's see what the tug is. What is that called? Aircraft tug. Let's see what that is real quick. Because I did say we're gonna see what that is. Let's see. Oh no, what's that? I think they said an aircraft tug. Let's see what that is. Let me take this off here. Let's see what the aircraft tug is. Not tub, but tug. Aircraft tug. Let's see what that is. Is that little thing to be riding in? Yeah, that's the little car thing they be riding in. I think that's what that is. Is it this right here? I think this is it. Yeah, I think this is the little car thing they ride in. Let's see. It must be this little thing right here. Yeah, it's got to be this little thing right here. Let me show y'all. I figured it was something like this. Let's do that. Unalive. Yeah, I'm glad he wasn't unalive. Gosh. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the updates on the other airplanes and jet. Hold on for 1 second. Let me find it. So anyway, so they did identify the victims of the Philadelphia plane crash. All right. They were identified by medical jet company. So I'm going to tell you who these people are. Okay. So they said the 6 passengers traveling on a medical jet before it crashed in Northeast Philly Friday night have been identified by the Mexico-based company that was operating the small plane. I got to let this one down. Now I'm cold. Gosh. Now, they said all those on board the Learjet 55 aircraft, including a pediatric patient who recently finished treatment at Shriners Children's Hospital, were all unalive. And a spokesperson for Jet Rescue Air Ambulance said the following people, all of whom were Mexican citizens, were flying on the plane before it went down near Roosevelt Boulevard and Cotman Avenue shortly after 6 p.m. on January the 31st. And here are the people names. Captain Alan Alejandro. If I said his name incorrectly, I'm sorry, you guys. Corrales. Okay. Co-pilot Josu de Jesus Juanzez. Okay. Dr. Raul Meza Arredondo, Rodrigo Lopez Padilla, Valentina Guzman Murillo, and Lizeth Murillo Ozuno. If I said their names correctly, I'm going to show them on the screen. You know how we be pronouncing these names at times. So excuse me if I said these names incorrectly. But my condolences are expressed out to all of the family members of these victims right here, the friends, co-workers, people just who knew them. And my prayers are extended out to them as well. Let me make sure I got this up straight so y'all can see. Okay. Okay. And the little girl name I think her name was Valentina. Okay, that was the little girl who got unalived. She was receiving treatment in Philadelphia, and her mom, Lizeth, would accompany her. Okay, gosh. So they said it's extremely hard and extremely difficult. Those that were involved directly in her care were very aware that she was going to be traveling home, and there had actually been a send off for her today. That's according to Mel Bauer, a spokesperson for the hospital. That person said that on Friday night. Now, in addition to the 6 victims who were unalived on the plane, Philadelphia Mayor Sherelle Parker said Saturday that a 7th person who was on the ground at the time of the crash also passed on, and that person has not been identified yet. Now, in an update Sunday, Parker said that the number of injured victims increased from 20 to 22 people. All of those victims, Parker said 5 are still in the hospital, and 3 of whom are in critical condition. Parker added that no school district of Philadelphia schools will be closed on Monday due to the crash investigation, though delays related to traffic around the crash will be excused. They also said road closures have been in effect around Roosevelt Boulevard in Cotman Avenue since the crash Friday night. Now, on Sunday, Philadelphia police reopened the outer lanes of Roosevelt Boulevard in both directions. Cotman Avenue still remains closed, according to the city. Residents in the area can sign up for traffic and road closures alerts through Ready Philadelphia. The situation is fluid and it is active, Parker said. We have not yet recovered everything we need to recover from the scene. And that's according to Adam Thiel. He's the managing director of the city of Philadelphia. Now, city officials said they are making good progress in some areas. They said nearly all PECO and PGW services have been restored. But there's still a lot they don't know. He said we are still not sure exactly how many families were displaced. The city said 11 residential properties were significantly damaged, and around 6 people have been staying in the shelter at the high school each night. Still, more people may need help. And then they also said it is possible there are still people who were affected by this event, affected by that crash that we don't know about. If there is somebody who you think might have been in the area and they are missing and they haven't checked in, you can't reach them or they live there, call 911. The city also plans to host a town hall meeting for residents impacted by the tragic accident on Wednesday, February the 5th at 7 p.m. A location for the meeting has not yet been released. And Parker also urged the city to take care of each other in the wake of this tragedy. All right? She said it's in times of crises when you should remember who you are. We are strong people and resilient people who clearly understand how and why it's so important that we take care of each other. We will get through this moment, she said. Anyway, guys, the National Transportation Safety Board is leading the crash investigation with the assistance from the Federal Aviation Administration and other local agencies. Members of the agency have been on site in Philadelphia investigating since Friday, working around the clock with the local, state, and federal officials. So on Saturday, NTSB officials said the medical jet departed from a base in Florida Friday at around 12 p.m. and arrived in Northeast Philadelphia around 2:15 p.m. on January the 31st. The jet was on the ground for a few hours and then departed the runway to go to Springfield, Missouri around 6:06 p.m. GPS data determined that the jet climbed about 1,500 feet into the air before taking a slight right turn, then a slight left turn, and then began a steep descent before it crashed. The entire flight was less than 1 minute. Now, update. The NTSB said investigators found the cockpit voice recorder at the site of initial impact at a depth of 8 feet. Officials said they also found the airplane's enhanced ground proximity warning system, which could contain flight data. Both devices are being sent to the NTSB Vehicle Recorders Lab in Washington, D.C. to be investigated. Anyone who comes across debris is asked not to touch it and to email witness@ntsb.gov. That's witness at N as in Nancy, T as in Tom, S as in Sam, B as in boy, .gov, G-O-V, B as in Victor. Now, all records will be sent to a secure location in Delaware for evaluation, and that's according to NTSB. And officials said it could take days and weeks before many questions about the crash are answered. All right? So, yeah, that's a lot. Oh my gosh. Somebody, okay. So she said there's one little boy who is in the ICU right now fighting for his life. He was with his dad, and the debris from the plane hit him in the head. I am praying so hard that he makes a full recovery and sending prayers to his family. Okay. We definitely are praying for him, and we are definitely all sending prayers for him and to his family. And hopefully he does make, a full recovery. Gosh. Sadie said there was another plane crash in that neighborhood back in the 70s. Wow, really? Hey, Tony Vance, what's up? What's up? Hey, Dub, what's going on? What's going on? Jenny said, what's going on, people? Wait, she said, what's going on? People are just unsafe nowadays, even driving a car. Okay. Another commenter said, who is responsible for this preventable tragedy? I know one thing. I think we listened to an audio. I'm trying to think. We listened to two audios. Okay, I think we listened to one from the Philadelphia. Yeah, we did. That's the one where we listened to and we thought that he said help. Okay. And then we also listened to some audio from the Philadelphia crash. No, from the Black Hawk in the American Airlines crash, where the Captain Steve, actually, deciphered what they were talking about and gave us a better understanding of what could have happened. So we did listen to both of those audios. I think that was on Friday or Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so let's see what the inside of that plane looked like, the jet. Let me find that again. Hold on, guys. And let me let y'all also know that, that's the other one. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Hold on. Let me see here. Let me find it, guys. I think I forgot what I did with it. Let's see. Okay, we already read that. Let's see. Hold on for 1 second, y'all. Give me while I'm looking for it, I just want to let y'all know that Rihanna went to ASAP's court case. This is her second or third time going. Okay? Just to let you guys know that. So that's a good look, as she went, showing him support. And then plus, a lot of people probably like Rihanna and some of those jurors. And so that may help ASAP. You just never know. It may help. I'm glad she went. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to find it. Okay, here it is right here. So they said they have some eerie photos show the interior of doomed medevac jet that crashed in Philly. So let's see. Let's see if we can see these pictures. So this is the inside of it. Okay, this is the interior of the jet rescue air ambulance that crashed in Philly on January 31st. Okay, let's see. They said there are 2 seats positioned next to and facing the stretcher, with 2 other near the foot of the stretcher. That's sad. Let me show you what it looked like. So this is what it looked like before the crash, okay? They made it sound like they was gonna show us what it looked like after. Little girl. Okay, sad situation. Y'all, that was my internet service, okay? Hopefully it's not breaking up too much or anything. Let's see. You have to turn off your notification, then turn it back on. Yeah, just turn it off, turn the notifications off, and then turn it back on, or unsubscribe and then subscribe back, and then turn the notifications back on. Okay, I hope that works for you, huh? Let's see here. They also provided a picture of the black box similar to the one from the jet. All right, let's see what it looks like. So this is another picture of the jet too on the inside. Oh, this is sad. It was all sitting in these little seats and stuff. Oh, shit. Let's see what else they got going on here. Okay. So this is the black box right here. It's similar to this right here. Let's see. The black box is similar to that one, okay? Let's see what else they got here. Okay, so we just saw everything. Now, they did say that entire crew on board was top notch, okay? And they said the maintenance records of the airplane were impeccable, and the company goes by the book, following manufacturer specifications and all right? They said that there was absolutely no indication of any issues with the plane prior to the crash. All right, Adub. He said the flight team is very experienced. We picked the best of the best to fly those ambulances. I always say that crazy. Okay. He said these are very careful, very seasoned people. And that's according to Shia Gold, a managing director of corporate strategy and communications for Air Ambulance. And that's what he previously told ABC News. So let's see what some of these people in the comment section are saying real quick, okay? Let's see. Somebody said the stretcher may not have been secured and might have caused the plane to roll. However, from the picture, it is hard to see that since they are sitting right there and the patient was 5 years old, so probably weighing about 50 pounds or less. She was only 5, but she was 10. 5 years old, just a baby. Damn. And then somebody said, even if it did roll, that would not explain why it was a giant fireball as it came down out of the sky. And I knew I saw that. I said that before. Somebody said, I have flown on one of those things with my son following surgery. There's no way for the stretcher to roll. You're in a tight quarter due to all of the medical equipment. I would tend to believe an oxygen tank wasn't pressurized correctly, or there was a defect in the valve. I have seen an oxygen tank take off like a rocket in the hospital that there was an issue with the valve. We heard the tank making a noise in the hall, and all of a sudden it shot off. Thank goodness it did not explode, and no one was out of in the hall when it tore off. I think that was Jermaine who said that the oxygen tank could have exploded, and that could have caused all that. So let's see what trying to see what these people are talking about. Let's see. Somebody said maybe something happened to the pilot, but there was two pilots on board, a co-pilot and then a regular pilot. So if something did happen to the regular pilot, then the co-pilot would take over. And that audio that we heard, we couldn't hear everything because he started it was mumbled and stuff, but it did sound like he said help, help. Okay, it did sound like he said that. If that audio was actually legit. A lot of people are saying the oxygen leak in cabin. It could have been the oxygen. Somebody said wrong fuel. Somebody said it was a missile. Now, when that thing went down, it looked like a missile to me. I'm not saying, it just looked like that because I said that from the get-go. It looked like a missile. Okay, somebody said there was a missile that took that plane down. There sure is a lot of questions and not much answers. Okay. And then somebody said, yeah, because the missiles move slowly and have navigational lights. Do me a favor and never comment again. Shut the F up. So that's what this person said. That's not true. But it doesn't look like it was moving. A missile, that thing wasn't moving slow, it was moving fast. But a missile, I don't guess, have lights. So, maybe she's saying a missile is what hit the plane. I mean, the jet. That's what I think she's saying. So I think she's saying that a missile hit the jet. Not that the jet is a missile, okay? It said if the U.S. for any reason wanted to shoot down a plane, they would have done it so it would crash in a non-populated area. You just can't be this stupid. You got a lot of people sitting around here with these conspiracy theories saying all this weird shit. And the thing about it, why would they wait to get people on the plane when they could have got them before they got on the plane? So that way the little kid would not be harmed. Okay, and the mom. Okay, let's see. Somebody said a missile's shrapnel from a missile flew through a window a block away. Other people have posted videos of pieces they have found that are not consistent with a plane. Then there's this article posted with two pictures supposedly from the same jet. Both photos are from different planes. And then why, if this is true, why are they doing all of this? Okay, and if people are finding pieces that are not consistent with a plane, are they turning that into the proper authorities or what? Somebody said there's pieces of the plane everywhere within multiple blocks of the crash site, unless you think there were plane parts just scattered all over Philly before that. Then it's safe to say it was a plane and not a missile. Let's use common sense here. Okay, so Sunflower said it did not look like a missile nor sound like one. You could absolutely tell it was a Learjet, and the debris confirmed it was a medevac ambulance, air ambulance. I am sick to what of conspiracy wing nuts that don't know what the hell they are talking about. And I agree with that. But it did look like a missile brought it down. I'm not saying that it did, but it just looked like it. So Sour Eyes said, read read his article. Putin states he will interrupt all airlines. Okay. Where's that article at? So they said that two pilots flew over 700 medical flights in a year. So they were very experienced. The flight was in the air for less than a minute. It felt like darts, so it was something catastrophic. They had no time to correct it. I hope the black box can give them details on what happened. It sounded like it could have been the oxygen tank blowing up. I don't know for sure. It could have been that. Somebody said it sounds mechanical. Well, they just said that jet was top notch, so it couldn't be that. Somebody said it sounded like metal scraping at a high rate of speed before the crash. The piece of metal that shot through a cafe a block away from the crash site looks like a metal piece off the release valve on an oxygen tank. Prayers to all involved, and that's probably what it was. I bet you the oxygen tank exploded. I bet you that's what happened. Because it just sounds like, yeah, that's what it looked like too. But if that oxygen tank blew up, it would probably kind of look like something similar, I'm thinking. But I bet you that happened, that the oxygen tank blew up or something like that and caused that entire plane to go down. So anyway, let me break news real quick. So Democrats are threatening government shutdown to stop Trump and Musk. Okay, let me see what this says real quick. Come on, let me hurry up. Anyway, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries is threatening that Democrats could leverage the government funding deadline of March 14 to stop Trump's Office of Management and Budget order that blocks funding from being released for key government programs. Okay. So in a new Dear Colleague letter revealed on Monday, Jeffries outlined the House Democratic strategy, which also targets tech billionaire Elon Musk's reported seizure of the Treasury Department's payment system, and with it, the spending mechanism of the entire federal government. He said, I have made clear to House Republican leadership that any effort to steal taxpayer money from the American people in Medicaid as we know it, or defund programs important to everyday Americans as contemplated by the illegal White House Office of Management and Budget order, it must be choked off in the upcoming government spending bill, if not sooner, said Jeffries. So again, he continued, he said, at my direction, legislation will be introduced shortly to prevent unlawful access to the Department of Treasury Bureau of the Fiscal Service payment system that contains highly confidential and personal information related to Social Security and Medicare recipients, taxpayers, households, nonprofits, businesses, and federal contractors. And like I just told you guys, Musk Department of Government Efficiency Task Force has reportedly seized control of the Treasury payment system with a team of software engineers aged 19 to 24. And Musk himself has already bragged about deleting certain parts of the civil service, including the team that helped implement the Internal Revenue Service new direct file tax system that gives taxpayers an end run around private for profit tax filing services. So shortly after certain new outfits and online activists began circulating the names of those engineers, Trump acting federal prosecutors in charge of DC sent out a memo threatening to investigate or criminally sanction anyone who may be involved in impeding the work of Musk teams. Okay. So again, Democrats are threatening a government shutdown to stop Trump and Musk. Okay, let's read two comments from that real quick. Um, Ellen said Musk was not voted in. I did not vote for Musk or Trump. They are deceitful, racist, narcissists, psychopaths with the keys to the country. That is because of all the uneducated voters. Okay, and then Randy said, winner, stupidest comment of the day. And then Gregory came back and said, oh, yes, indeed, Princess Nino Kaput, Nincaput, give her a crown. Okay, and then James said, of course they are not. Of course they are note the states they are from. I'm just reading these comments exactly the way they are, okay? Okay, so this guy said, hey, Dems, you lost big. President Trump is doing what he was elected to do. Borders secured and drugs shut off from unaliving thousands of Americans yearly. He is also addressing the billions of dollars of trade deficits. We now have a president with a brain. Sit back and enjoy the winning. And then Jill said, aw, bless your tiny little brain. And then somebody said Rump caved on his tariffs after Mexico and Canada gave him blowback. Good for them. Two fiercely proud independent countries who won't be bullied by the felon in chief. Typical bully spouts strength and then backs down. He is a disgrace in ruining my great country's reputation around the world. And then Kim said, I do not see how it is legal for Musk to be doing all the things he is allowed to do. Figure out why is he allowed to do all these things too. Somebody said Musk is a foreign infiltrator and Vance is worthless. Send them all to jail for instituting a coup. And he said Trump has broken his oath. Okay. So anyway, again, like I said before, the Democrats are threatening a government shutdown to stop Trump and Musk. So we're going to see how that plays out. How everything is going to play out with this man. All right. So let's get back to those planes real quick. So yeah, I just showed you the photos. It's not eerie. It just basically showed us what the jet looks like. Okay. To give us a general idea of what it looks like on the inside. And then we saw a black box, or not the actual black box, but one that to give us an idea what that looks like too. Okay. That's what we just saw. All right. Let's see what else we got on that one right there. And I did give you the names of the people who were unalive. Let's see what else. Okay, so now let me switch on to the American Airlines crash, okay? So they did say more bodies in the American airline crash will not be found until the plane is hoisted out of the river. All right, I guess it's easier. Obviously, it's easier for them to check it once they get the plane out of that river, okay? Let's see. So they have found 28 victims so far out of the 41 victims, okay? No, I'm sorry, I got it backwards. Okay, the bodies of 41 victims have been recovered. And the remains of 28 of them have been identified. Okay, so we got that straight. And they said the remaining bodies of those who passed on in that Washington, D.C. plane crash will likely not be immediately recovered. So if they got 48, and how many? They got 41, and there were how many people? 60 something. So they got about 17 or so more bodies, or 18 or 19. So he said, for us to recover the rest of the remains, D.C. Fire and EMS Chief John A. Donnelly said during a news briefing on Friday, the 31st, he said, we going to need to get the plane out of the water. And he said they asked him, were they confident about the locations of the remaining bodies? And Donnelly replied, we think we know. And he reiterated the need to remove the aircraft from that water. Okay. He said, we expect to recover all of the bodies. That's why our team are still working. But he cautioned that they don't have a timeline to share just yet, but that they are working as fast as they can. Okay. So they, the pilot of the plane, one of the pilots on the plane was engaged. All right. Let's see what else we got here. And of course, y'all know they have figure skaters there and some of their parents. Let's see who else. Yeah. Let's see what else they got here. Hold on, y'all. So they said 14 U.S. figure skaters, including 6 members of the skating club of Boston, were on this airplane. Okay. So those kids' names are Spencer Lane, Jenna Hahn, their mothers Christian Lane and Jen On, and coaches Evgenia Shriskova and Vadim Namov. Fitness. That's sad. That's just something. They also had a another team of people on there. I can't remember. Let's see. Let me look it up. Let me look it up real quick. Hold on. I got it on my phone. Let me just find the article. A duck type club or something, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look and see if I can find it real quick. Let's see. Yeah, it was 7 friends on their way home from Kansas duck hunting trip. They were also on that plane, the Washington, D.C. crash with the Black Hawk. Gosh. And these are the guys right here in this picture. You're probably not going to be able to see them real good, but I'll still show you guys. That's sad. Let's see what else. What else do we have here? Let's see. Yeah, so we did listen to that. That was the actual air controller audio that we heard here. That was actually legit. So they talking about that right here. They said the investigation into the crash is still ongoing as to be expected, and it is still very early in the process to determine what went wrong. They say if you are to listen to air traffic control audio from the time before the incident, you can hear controllers ask the helicopter whether they can see the plane. The Black Hawk seemed to confirm that they had the plane CRJ 700 in sight. Yet the 2 aircrafts collided moments later and erupted into flames. So, of course, the internet, like always, is running with many different theories as to what led to that midair collision. Some are theorizing that the helicopter confirmed they had eyes on a different planes and never actually saw American Airlines Flight 5342. And that's the same thing that Jermaine was saying. Okay, so it could be possible. All right. Now they said that airplane was instructed to change runways just minutes before landing at DCA. In reality, we won't know exactly what went wrong until the investigation concludes, which could take years. Damn. All we do know for now is that the souls aboard both the American airline flights and the military helicopter perished far too soon. So, like they said, stories have slowly leaked out, confirming the names of the victims, which included dedicated flight attendants and pilots, young figure skaters that had just attended the U.S. Skating National Development Camp, and a group of duck hunting buddies that had just taken a guys trip to Kansas. Damn, that group of 10 men traveled out to Kansas to hunt with an outfitter called Foul Plains. They spent almost a week having the group hunt of a lifetime, with 3 days of duck hunting, with goose hunting, and pheasant hunting mixed in throughout the trip as well. And they said it was a highly successful hunting trip too, with the group bagging dozens of ducks and geese. Then they said when the hunt finally came to an end, 7 of the men boarded the American airline flight 5342, while the other 3 started the long drive back home. They ended up choosing the road trip option because they had brought their bird dogs with them and felt as though it would be easier to transport their shotguns by driving. The 3 men who drove home are the only survivors from the duck hunting trip. The 7 men who chose to fly back are Jesse Pitcher, 30 years old, Michael Stovall, 40 years old, Steve Johnson, 45 years old, Alexander Huffman, 34, Charles McDaniel, 44, Jonathan Boyd, 40, and Tommy Plaggett, 38. Goodness. Oh, that's a sad situation, you guys. That really is. Gosh. My condolences are expressed out to all of the victims, families, friends, co-workers, anybody who know them, and my prayers are still out to them as well. That's a sad situation. Goodness. They was having fun. Look at them, all these pictures. Let me show you all the pictures that they had took. And none of them was old like that. You know what I'm saying? It was all like 30s and 40s. What did I just do on this computer, man? Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's sad, you guys. Let's see what else we got here. This got, I think that's it with the updates with this. Let's see. I think that's it with all the updates on the accidents. And as we get more information, of course, I'll let you guys know what it is, like in the next live or whatever. All right. Let's see what else. And tomorrow I'll tell you about the Black Hawk unit, what they were responsible for. Okay, I'll tell you guys that tomorrow. Okay, so anyway, that's going to be it for this live tonight. I was just checking on to make sure I covered everything that I wanted to tell you guys about tonight. I think I did. That's going to be it. We was on here for an hour and 19 minutes. I was almost successful. 19 minutes, let's say 20 minutes over, but it's cool. All right. Oh, let me just tell you this. 2 airport authority workers was arrested for allegedly leaking the DC plane crash video to CNN. Okay, so that's how they got that. 2 workers leaked that video to DC plane crash. 2 airport authority workers arrested for allegedly leaking DC plane crash video to CNN. All right. They were also accused of making an unauthorized copy of records, and they are facing charges of computer trespass. And I guess that's it. So anyway, they said that legal trouble is tied to the chilling video obtained by CNN last week that offered a horrifying new vantage point to crash over the river, according to ABC News. So those two people are in jail right now. They may be out on bail, but yeah. Let's see what those clips do. So they said that exclusive videos gave a closer, excuse me, and clearer look at the air disaster, including one clip in which the chopper is darting from left side of the screen as the American airline flight approached the airport. A second short clip shows the Black Hawk, which was carrying three soldiers in the BOMBARDIER CRJ 700 steaming toward each other before the two smashed into each other and explode. Anyway, Muhammad Lamin Dinugu, 21 of Rockville, Maryland, was charged Friday, and Jonathan Sabor, 45 of Upper Marlboro, Maryland, was charged Sunday. Muhammad was booked into Arlington County Adult Detention Center and later released, while Savoy was issued a summons by the magistrate and cut loose. Okay. Anyway, the airport authority did not divulge further details Monday night. Okay, so they did take a lot of the parts from the plane. They took it to the shore to be looked at so they can investigate, so they can try to figure out what happened. And they still trying to figure out how did that mid-air crash happen. It wouldn't be too much of a conspiracy to think that they gave the wrong information out and was looking at the wrong plane. Okay, it wouldn't be too far-fetched to think that, because it sounds like they probably did that. I'm not sure, and it looks like it too when you look at everything. All right, yeah, they was hunting ducks and stuff. So, like I said, it's going to be, it may take. They said it could take up to years to find out exactly how these both of these plane crashes happen. But hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully those black boxes and what other stuff they find from the accident, hopefully it can give them some type of clue to what happened. As far as the oxygen tank blowing up, if the valve is off, they probably can tell if it actually blew up and caused that accident on the medical jet. Because what else could it be? They said the jet was in perfect condition, no mechanical problems. They said the co-pilot and the pilot have had a lot of air experience and everything. They said they had top-notch people. So what else could have happened? And when we listened to that audio, if that audio was legit, it didn't sound like nobody was having a medical emergency or anything. So what happened? So it might have been that the oxygen tank blew up inside of the jet and brought it down. And that's what that ball of fire was from. And then as far as the other one, the Black Hawk and the American Airlines, that could simply be just like we just said. They might have given the wrong information. They probably thought that was that plane, and in reality, it might not have been. So again, hopefully soon we will find out. They did say it could take up to years, so hopefully it doesn't take up to years to find out. Hopefully everything that they find or already found, hopefully those things will give them a clue to what happened on both of those, the helicopter, the plane, and the jet. Okay? Sad, sad, sad stories, man. It really is. But anyway, guys, hold on. Oh, this is a picture of a little girl. And that patient was 11, not 5. So the person in the what's name was wrong. So this is the little girl, her mom. That's sad. He was so happy in this bed. Here's the pilot, I guess. Let me show y'all. So let's see what they say before we get ready to get out of here. Let's see. Oh, that's her right there. And her mom. Oh, there she go right there. That's her mother. Let me just show y'all real quick. Oh, that's sad. Mm-mm. And these are the pilots right here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, these not the pilots. These are. Oh, wait. Let me see. No, this is the pilot and the co-pilot. Here they are right here. And so we can see who these people are. Okay, that's them. Okay, let's see what else do they have. I think that's it with the pictures. Yeah. Why they won't tell us what type of life-saving treatment she was receiving? Mommy looked like she was tired. Probably was. Beautiful little girl. That's sad that happened to her. She was so happy in this damn bed. Let me show you. She was so happy, smiling, y'all. This is sad. Damn. When you put a face to everything, it's even sadder. She was so happy because she had beat that life-threatening illness. She could have had cancer or anything. Damn. Mommy looked like she was tired but grateful. This is sad. I bet you that oxygen tank blew up or something else like that happened. This is the doctor right here. Oh, man, this is sad, man. Goodness. I bet you that oxygen tank blew up. I just bet you it did. They showing all these pictures. Okay, this is the other one right here. This is the other victim right here. Sad, sad situation, guys. It really, truly is. I think I got them all. Look at the ball of fire here. Let me show y'all. Gosh, all that fire. I bet you that was an oxygen tank. It's just the more I look at this and think about it, it had to be something on that plane, guys. It had to be. That's sad. Gosh. That's sad. Huh. But anyway, guys, again, my condolences are expressed out to all of the victims' families and friends and co-workers and things of that nature, people that knew them, and my prayers are extended out to them. All right, God, that's a sad situation. Poor little girl. Somebody said, I think the worst part is that the family had hope after a life-saving treatment, and they never got to go home. That's sad. Some people say it could be the jet fuel. I don't know. Uh, but I just know one thing is sad, and hopefully we will find answers soon to both of these um, horrible crashes and stuff that took all these people's lives. All right, guys, I'll see you guys later on tonight with another live. You guys have a blessed night and a blessed Tuesday. That was sad looking at those pictures, okay? And don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this content tonight. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe below and hit that bell notifications so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Since I was like shadow banned, I guess they are taking me out of shadow ban somewhat slowly but surely. So, guys, just turn off your notification, just turn it back on, and hopefully you'll get my notification. And I'll just actually put the live up a little earlier um, later on today so you guys can get the notifications, I guess. I'll put it up a couple of times, Just make sure you turn off your notifications and then turn it back on for my channel and stuff. Also, guys, if you want to show additional support to the channel, you can do that by doing a Cash App to $Shades2, or you can do a super chat, or you can do a super sticker, or you can copy yourself a membership for $4.99. All right. And I do have another members only live that I just did. I'll be putting that up sometime this week. All right. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good night, a blessed night, and be safe tomorrow. Have a great day. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all later. All right. Let me change everything. Oh, thanks to every. Let me go over here and do roll call. I always forget when I be rushing. Okay, let's do it real quick. Thank you to Jermaine. We know you sleep because you gotta get up and go to work. So thank you so much, hon, for being here, showing support like always. Kim B, thank you so much for coming by, showing support, being here. Have a great Tuesday, a happy Tuesday. All right. Tony Vance is the place to be. Tony, have a good night at work. Thank you so much for stopping by, Tony. A Dub, thank you so much for being here as well. Have a good morning, a Dub. All right. And everybody in the bushes and everybody who watches this in the replay, thank you so much for checking me out. All right, Dub. See you later, hon. All right. See you later. All right, y'all. Let's get out of here. I'm about to go to bed after I brush my teeth and take a shower. Good night, y'all. Peace out. This is Shades Dude. All right, y'all. I'm out. Let's do this. Let's change all this stuff. Where is it at? Oh, here it is right here. All right, guys. Good night.